Please remain standing for the presentation of the colors and the national anthem.
Forward, march, left, 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 right, 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 left, 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 right, 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 left. Mark time, march. Left turn, march. Color guard, halt. Present, colors. Order, colors. Mark time, march. Right turn, march. Forward, march. Left, 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 right, 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 left.
Please remain standing for a moment of reflection so that we may all, individually, according to our own beliefs, join our hearts and minds to give thanks for this year's blessings. Greetings. My name is Grace Russell, Secretary of the Senior Class. Welcome to the commencement ceremonies of the LV Berkner High School STEM Academy Class of 2020. Please be seated.
Hello everyone. My name is Wilson Sue and I'm the Class of 2020 Senior Class Vice President. I'm flattered to have been given the opportunity to speak on everyone's behalf in regards to all the people who have contributed to our success. I would like to thank Dr. Stone and her team for never failing to aid us with leadership and presenting such compassion towards everyone's concerns. I would like to thank all the counselors for all you guys do concerning college applications and scheduling. Everything y'all do for us speaks volumes on how caring you guys truly are towards our success. Adding to that, I would like to thank Ms. Cage and the administrative team for all the work they put in order to preserve Berkner's excellence. Whether it is Ms. Tim's infamous ID song or Mr. Gunther on his Segway clearing the halls, we are grateful for your dedication to our safety. We cannot forget about the custodians and how big of a role they serve towards Berkner's cleanliness. Without you guys, I do not know if I would ever want to walk into that cafeteria. To all the teachers and coaches we got to interact with every day, thank you. We are grateful for the knowledge and the profound wisdom you have provided for us up until this point. There have been countless times y'all have seen us at our very lows, but continue to show us that there is still light at the end of the tunnel. We are forever in debt to you guys and all that has been done to keep us on course to reach our fullest potential. Most importantly, we can never forget about the parents. For all the sacrifices you guys have made for us in order to be in the position we are today means the world. You guys have been our backbone for the past 17 to 18 years and we do not know what we would do without y'all. Personally, I would like to thank Mr. Miller, Berkner Basketball's coaching staff, Coach Neff, Coach Riley, Mr. Watson, and Mr. Armstrong. All of you guys have shown me principles and characteristics needed to achieve success and made me the free-spoken leader I am today. Seniors, I know this is not the way we envision our senior year ending, and it sucks. But with all the tough circumstances we are dealing with, one must know there will be better times lying ahead of us in the near future. This pandemic has tested our will and has even brought divorce in some of us. But a wise man in the name of Kobe Bryant once said, "Everything negative pressure, challenges, is all an opportunity for me to rise. So seniors, let's all rise together and never look back. I look forward to seeing all of you doing great things in the future. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Lauren Adcock. I am lucky enough to get to introduce Ms. Cage, our principal. I only have a minute, so instead of talking about the very long list of her professional accomplishments, I would like to talk about who she is as a person. I found out that she works out at Camp Gladiator, which is appropriate because she is a true warrior. She is fierce and she is a force to be reckoned with. She is a student warrior, dedicated to making sure every student is supported, engaged, challenged, and safe. She is a staff warrior, working with her administration, teachers, and support staff to organize programs, instructions, to mentor, guide, and motivate. She is a humanitarian warrior. She is grounded, she is in the trenches, she is humble, and she is kind. She is an accomplished singer, a dynamic leader with 20 years of service and education. She is a guiding light for all people that are blessed to follow under her leadership. Please welcome the one and only Miss Christy Cage.
Thank you, Lauren. Greetings. I am Christy Cage, and it is with great pride that I stand before you as the principal of L.V. Berkner High School STEM Academy, and I am honored to be a part of this special occasion. It is my privilege to introduce our special guest today, the RISD Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Jeannie Stone, members of the Board of Trustees, President, Mr. Justin Bono, Ms. Jean Bono, Mrs. Kim Caston, Mrs. Karen Clardy, Ms. Regina Harris, Dr. Kristen Kewen, Mr. Aaron Lynn. It is with great pride that I now introduce our top 10 graduates. Number 10, Christine Nguyen. Number 9, Ni Fung. Number 8, Yexi Tan. Number 7, Dana Nguyen Fan. Number 6, Awab Abdelrahim. Number 5, Kit Lee. Number 4, Rakib Muhammad. Number 3, Dylan Thompson. Our salutatorian is Sophie Lay. She will be attending the University of Texas at Dallas, where she will major in chemistry in the fall. Congratulations to Sophie and her family. And the valedictorian for the senior class of 2020 is Mai Nguyen. Mai will also be attending the University of Texas at Dallas, where she too will major in chemistry in the fall. Congratulations to Mai and her family. At this time, I would like to recognize student groups that have led our school this year. To our senior class officers and student council, thank you for your leadership and commitment to Berkner High School. Our senior class officers are President Abina Poku, Vice President Wilson Sue, Secretary Grace Russell, Treasurer Lauren Adcock, Senator Bree Godfrey, Senator Addison Liao. Our student council officers, President Dylan Thompson, Vice President Mohammed Shahed, Secretary Vivian Nguyen, Treasurer Caleb Cook, Representative Allison Mendoza, Representative Genevieve Santiago, Representative Jorge Werner. Our Superintendent's Student Advisory Council. These are students who met monthly with our superintendent, Dr. Stone, Board of Trustees members, and central staff to discuss topics of importance to our student body. Juan Manzano, Wilson Sue, and Leah Wilson. Thank you for being the student voice of BHS. You have represented our school well. Our Principal's Advisory Council. These students met monthly with the principal to discuss topics of importance to our student body. Success Ayedin, Milton Catalina Jr., Amanda Crandall, Devin Lacey, Sophie Lay, Juan Manzano, Eric Mendez, Imani Reggins, Wilson Sue, Leah Wilson. I will now take a moment to recognize esteemed members of our Berkner High School Ramily. To Mr. Mike Hasso, Executive Director of the Berkner Learning Community, our feeder school principals, and feeder school staff members. Thank you for your contributions in the journey that has led us here today. Our students are well prepared for the next stage of their journey, and all of you played such an important role. The future is bright for the class of 2020, and our learning community is thriving. Thank you. To the Berkner High School faculty and staff, thank you for supporting our students. You have been more than educators. You have been people our students have been able to rely on through good and bad times. Our students will never forget what you have done for them. To our Berkner High School counselors, thank you for taking the time to guide our students over the last 4 years. Your skills as an educational advisor, as well as a listening ear, have meant so much to our students. The guidance you provided has been instrumental in our students being where they are today. To the Berkner High School administrative team, thank you for your leadership this year. Thank you for supporting our students in their academic and extracurricular lives. You are always there for our students, and they will remember that. I will now recognize our National Merit Commended Scholars. 3 Rams have achieved national recognition for their academic achievements. These commended students are being recognized for their exceptional academic promise demonstrated by their outstanding performance on the PSAT. These students are in the top 2 to 3% of the 1.6 million students who entered the 1920 competition, and they represent some of the most academically talented students in our country and are being recognized for their excellence in education. Our National Merit Commended Scholars are Rakib Mohammed, Dylan Thompson, Man Say. Additionally, we are proud to have 1 National Merit Finalist. This student represents less than 1% of the nation's high school graduating seniors. In order to advance to finalist status in the competition, a semifinalist must fulfill several requirements and display a record of very high academic performance. Our National Merit Finalist is Albert Pham. We are also very proud of our National Hispanic Scholars. The National Hispanic Recognition Program has identified approximately 5,000 students from a nationwide total of 250,000 high school juniors who took the October PSAT and had a GPA of at least 3.5 or higher in the middle of their junior year. Our National Hispanic Scholar is Dylan Thompson. Berkner Honor graduates have obtained an overall average of 90 or higher throughout high school. We have 176 honor graduates. Congratulations on your stellar academic success over the last 4 years. We are proud to have students graduating as avid scholars. These students have committed themselves to academic excellence and successful college careers. We have 78 avid scholars this year. I would like to recognize Berkner High School graduates that attended Memorial Park Academy. Memorial Park Academy is the RISD choice program that allows students to earn credits and graduate in a non-traditional school setting. This year, there are over 230 graduates from all 4 high school campuses who have graduated from MPA. Thank you to Mr. Bill Gallo and his staff for all of their hard work. Congratulations to our Berkner High School students who graduated from MPA. Our Service Learning awardees have earned 40 or more community service hours, and the class of 2020 has completed over 18,424 service hours. Berkner High School class of 2020, this has been an epic year. You have been instrumental in celebrating the 50th anniversary of the RAM campus and ended the year in the middle of a pandemic. I never would have thought at the start of the year that we would end this way, but I believe that everything happens for a reason. We might not ever know what the reason is for this, but I believe that you were chosen for this time for a reason. 10, 20, or 30 years from now, when you look back on this time in your lives, you will have a story to tell. A story of hope, grace, strength, perseverance, determination, patience, resilience, understanding, and compassion. When times get difficult in your lives, you will know beyond a shadow of a doubt that you will overcome. How will you know? Because you have already faced the most difficult of situations and successfully endured. The class of 2020 is an immovable force that cannot be stopped. This trying time will only catapult you to newer and greater heights, because you will know that no matter what may stand in the path to try to stop you, you will find a way to go over it, go around it, go under it, or go through it. You will succeed. So I challenge you to take the lessons you have learned over the past 4 years, and especially the last 2.5 months, and make your world a better place. A place where even in the midst of difficulties, hope, grace, strength, perseverance, determination, patience, resilience, understanding, and most importantly, compassion are the norm and not the exception. I would like to congratulate the Ramtastic class of 2020, and I wish you peace, love, and joy. Now, please welcome Berkner High School science teacher, Mr. Scott Miller, who will introduce our salutatorian, Sophie Lay.
It's my honor to introduce Berkner STEM Academy's class of 2020 salutatorian, Sophie Lay. Sophie is a true Ram and embodies #Ramley, as she's been part of the Berkner learning community since enrolling in Spring Ridge Elementary and graduating from Liberty Junior High. I've had the privilege of teaching Sophie Lay for both her sophomore and junior year in pre-AP and AP chemistry. Knowing Sophie was constantly observing and quickly digesting the material presented enriched my class and pushed me to become a better teacher in anticipation of her perceptive questions. I knew each morning when I rounded the corner to get to my room, I would see Sophie waiting outside my door. Her excitement for school was contagious and always helped to start my day with a smile. Sophie even joined my classroom mind this year, even though technically she is not my student, so she could send me Miller messages and OFC check-ins. Sophie has shown great dedication and determination in all of her classes and is set up for continued success next year as she attends the University of Texas at Dallas, where she will major in chemistry. Sophie Lay has been a devoted member of the Richardson Healthcare Academy since her freshman year and is even in the process of becoming a certified pharmacy technician. She has participated in programs at UT Southwestern where she made teeth molds, learned about prosthetics, and even dissected cow eyes. She attended clinical rotations at Methodist Hospital, where she was able to shadow different medical professionals and interact with patients. Through all these experiences, she has discovered her compassion to care for others and now intends to become a pediatric physician's assistant. Every day at lunch, Sophie would come to my room with her scrubs layered over her clothes as a serious medical professional and often do a quick change back into lighthearted high schooler Sophie. It would always make me giggle to see which Sophie I would get to chat with during lunch. I will greatly miss our daily interactions, but I am excited to see what adventures and achievements lay ahead. Please help me acknowledge Sophie Lay as a salutatorian for the graduating class of 2020.
First and foremost, a big thank you to Mr. Miller for being my source of inspiration and for your sarcasm and jokes throughout the years. I would like to say I am honored to be delivering my speech on behalf of the class of 2020 today. I wanted to give special thanks to all the Berkner staff, friends, and family for being here today in celebration of our last chapter. Your profound impact on our lives brought us here today. On behalf of the class of 2020, thank you for all your care and devotion. My fellow classmates of 2020, if our lives are a book, I think that this is our most interesting chapter yet. I know this last chapter together isn't the ending of our story we all hoped and dreamed for, but although we face this unpleasant circumstance, we're all in this together. It's cliche to hear, but we're all tied together, and the experiences of the last few months bond us in a way that may take us years to fully understand. We are the class of 2020, and we are magnificent. To start this off, guys, we made it. These final pages of our last chapter together were unfavorable, but even though we were in our classrooms, anxiously waiting for that final bell to ring and release us, we were together, apart. We are here today to celebrate the very first chapter and the very last chapter of our story together. From learning what 1 + 1 is, to learning that the limit does not exist. That was a math joke, by the way. The funniest kind of jokes. And really, the limit does not exist in the efforts you make. The limit does not exist in how life can change. Most importantly, the limit does not exist in your future chapters. No matter how tiring, how difficult, or how painful anything is, be proud of yourself for what you've accomplished. Even if today's biggest accomplishment was getting out of bed before noon to join a Zoom meeting. Looking back, I do have moments of regret myself. It took me a little longer than I would have to truly embrace the wisdom of J.K. Rowling. It is not due to dwell on dreams and forget to live. I spent my entire high school life trying to push myself to be standing here today, but I missed a lot of normal high school fun too. Do you know what my first high school activity was? Senior homecoming. My second, the senior night football game. I realized that I could have had more fun and still have been as dedicated to my studies. I missed out on some activities that would have been a lot of fun because I was dedicated to getting to right here, right now. After the last few months, I'm committed to making sure my future self spends time living in the present. Though I do regret some fun I missed, I'm so glad I didn't miss out on the loving relationships I had along the way. I want to thank my incredible parents for supporting and pushing me towards my best. I hope I made you proud. To my amazing sisters for always telling me the hard truth of things. Thank you to all the superb Berkner staff, especially my past and present teachers and my counselor, for always empowering me. I also want to address my extraordinary friends. Alice Liu for your care, Brian Nunez for loving my flaws, Ni Feng for being my Gemini twin since 5th grade, and Mai Gwen, our valedictorian, but the best friend I couldn't be happy to share this experience with. The one that has seen me at my very worst and is now standing here with me at our very best. I thank you all for being there through my countless mental breakdowns. Lastly, I want to thank you, class of 2020, for being a crucial part of my high school life. I hope as we part, we will forever cherish the memories we have made together. Class of 2020, we deserved the senior activities and ceremonies we missed out on, but nonetheless, we will celebrate our successes and our cap and gowns. We aren't here today out of regrets and sadness, but to celebrate our hard work, our perseverance, our patience, our sacrifice, and an ending to our free education. As we finish this last chapter together and go into college, the military, or the workforce, I want to celebrate my fellow seniors that although this first chapter we created together is now complete, the next pages of our life can be filled with happiness and excitement. In the next part of our story, be the hero in your own journey. Try new things. Take advantage of opportunities. Don't settle for living in the perspective of someone else's sidekick, and always be proud of your every step. My fellow seniors, as we celebrate the ending of our high school time together and a start for us as individuals, these memories we've made together will forever be cherished, and I wish each and every one of you luck in your future. Thank you all again for participating in such a momentous time and giving each other tremendous support throughout our entire story. Berkner class of 2020, we will always be a family.
Thank you, Sophie. Please welcome Berkner High School avid teacher, Mrs. Erin Shovlin, who will introduce our valedictorian, Mai Nguyen.
Some of my students may remember a video of a commencement speech I showed you your sophomore year. It was a speech given by an English teacher in Massachusetts. The gist of the speech was, "None of you is special." You may also remember I reminded you of that every day in class. You are not special. But today I have to take that statement back. The class of 2020 is special, very special. The class of 2020 is experiencing something many of us never dreamed could happen in our lifetime. School is shut down, no prom, no senior week. Everything you have been looking forward to for 4 years taken away. But you all have bounced back and taken everything in stride. The class of 2020 will forever be remembered for your resiliency. And this is why it is fitting that Mai Nguyen is your valedictorian. I first met Mai her sophomore year in my AVID class. The first thing I noticed about Mai was her work ethic. As I am sure you are aware, Mai is an extremely hard worker. Assignments always turned in on time, sometimes before the due date. There have been times Mai didn't sleep and even forgot to eat. I remember first semester Mai stopped by my room one day and I saw how thin she had gotten. I made her promise to rest and eat over winter break. Thankfully she listened, and second semester she had a little more meat on her bones. The second thing I noticed about Mai was her willingness to help her classmates, even if they drove her crazy. I would watch Mai and Yusing argue like brother and sister while she helped them with chemistry and math. Even though Yassine drove Mai nuts, she continued to help him through his senior year. Over the past weeks, I have been checking in on Mai. I know the situation is difficult for everyone, but I was especially worried about Mai. This is the year she has been working tirelessly for the last 4 years, and now a bomb has exploded and blown up her plans. But through it all, Mai has remained resilient and optimistic. True grace under pressure. It is my privilege and honor to present to you your 2020 LV Berkner STEM Academy valedictorian, Mai Nguyen.
Thank you, Mrs. Chauvelin. You have always been an inspiration for me. First and foremost, I would like to thank the parents and guardians of the class of 2020. Thank you for being there to support us and making this moment possible. To my parents, thank you, Mom and Dad, for supporting me throughout my life and whole educational career. Thank you to the friends that have been there along the way, cheering us on and being a listening ear to our problems. You guys have been there through countless nights, mental breakdowns, and draining days. I would like to thank our teachers, administrators, and staff for making this moment possible. I would also like to thank Caldy, the man who discovered coffee. I would not be here if it wasn't for him. Lastly, I want to thank my fellow seniors for sticking with each other throughout high school, and more importantly, during these times of uncertainty. High school has been one great journey. We started out as freshmen, looked down upon by every grade level above us, getting lost on our first day, wondering if we're going to fit in, and adjusting to the coursework we now have, as all of our teachers reminded us that we were no longer in junior high. Enter sophomore year. You have heard the horrors of the dreaded chemistry class from everyone above you, but you find that it's not so bad, just different. At this point, it was smooth sailing for you, because you're now used to the environment, but you're still looked down upon by the lordly upperclassmen. Then comes junior year, the year all colleges look at. Nothing to be scared of, just maybe getting rejected from your dream school, taking the SAT, ACT, and the glory of taking multiple AP classes. You're just living the life. The end of junior year comes and your wishful thinking is like, I'm done. Hold your horses, you still have one more year to go. Ah yes, senior year, the year everyone has been waiting for. College acceptances, scholarships, early release, and the year that spring break never ended. But in the end, it is a year where you get to leave high school and venture out to a life of your own. New beginnings, new paths, and new experiences. We finally become adults. Well, not in our parents' eyes. As you leave Berkner, I hope you guys have learned some lifelong skills that you take with you on your new journeys. Always make sure you go to recess, show up for your friends and the things you're committed to, and don't forget to take time to enjoy the things you love, like coffee. Ah yes, coffee. While our senior year was not as imagined, no senior festivities like late arrival and prom, I ask of you, the class of 2020, to move forward enjoying the little things in life and not take anything for granted. We've made a lot of memories together, and I hope that we can cherish them forever. We missed out on making some memories because of the current circumstances. Looking back, I myself wish I had spent more time with my friends before that time was taken away from us. But the upside is we have the rest of our lives to make new memories. As we embark on our journey into adulthood, I hope we all learn from this experience, that we should value our relationships over any goal, whether it be crossing the stage or earning a title like valedictorian. Looking back on this shortened senior year, I wish I would have spent more time with my friends and maybe a little less time studying. As I stand here and deliver a speech to the class of 2020, I hope you continue to stay in contact with the people whom you've built relationships with in high school as we part ways into our own journeys, and that you continue to cultivate meaningful relationships with the new people that you will meet. Humans thrive off of our relationships with others, and with this global pandemic, I'm sure we all feel the effects of a lack of human interaction. Our bonds with one another are important, and the energy we gain from our interactions is what fuels each of us and our society. The class of 2020 is the most resilient class yet. Born during the times of 9/11, missing out on incomparable moments of their long-awaited senior year, and now graduating during a pandemic. I want you guys to continue your journey in life with the determination and resilience you have demonstrated thus far, and always be proud of your hard work and accomplishments. It is my honor to be delivering this speech to such an amazing class. I wish each of you the best of luck in whatever it is you go on to do, as I know you guys will do your best. Thank you for a memorable 3 years and 7 months, and congratulations to the class of 2020. You guys deserve it. Everyone should believe in something, and I believe I'll have another coffee. Now stay home for a few months and go out when it's safe to make us proud.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Abina Poku. I would like to commence with a few thank yous. I would first like to thank all of the teachers and faculty members, that have supported and guided us over the past 4 years. Thank you to the parents and guardians that have rooted for us to get to the point that we stand at now. And thank you, Class of 2020, for being a class of its own and for making the best out of an unforeseen and unfortunate end. 4 years ago, we walked into the brick walls of Berkner High School in wonder of what was in store for us. From that day forward, we dreamt of all our high school firsts. First car, first homecoming, first football game, and first F in chemistry class. But many of these firsts would also be our last. Graduation, prom, senior pep rallies. Throughout our years, we longed to live out the high school experience to the fullest extent. But as we are all gathered here today, it is a painful fact that these amazing memories and unforgettable experiences have been crudely pulled from our grasp. Despite the events, or lack thereof, of this year, it is without a doubt that our class, the senior class of 2020, is one that no one will forget. I would like to share with you all the definition of one word from the Dictionary of Obscure Sorrows, Sonder. The realization that each random passerby is living a life as vivid and complex as your own. It is evident that we are all facing challenges that affect us individually, but as we look at each other and can't help but wonder, we know that as a class of 2020, we all share something in common, that our experiences and time together was taken all too soon, and we will forever share that. But the fact of the matter is that what was taken away from us will ultimately bring us together, for the sacrifices that we have had to endure and our humility throughout. I can only say thank you. Thank you for the memories that were and the lifetime of friendships that were forged. Thank you for all of the frustrations, the lunchtime laughter, the after-school hangouts, the stress of finals week, and each and every minuscule moment that we have had at Berkner High School. We are a class of engineers, entrepreneurs, innovators, athletes, and artists. I am so proud of our class for all that we have accomplished and all that we will continue to accomplish. Each and every one of you has something extraordinary to offer the world, and I am blessed to be a part of one in which you will mold. With that being said, I would like to congratulate the class of 2020. It has truly been an honor. Thank you.
Thank you, Abina. Dr. Stone and Mr. Bono, the LV Berkner High School STEM Academy Class of 2020 has fulfilled all of the requirements set forth by the state of Texas, and I would like to present them as candidates for graduation.
By the power vested in me by the state of Texas, the State Board of Education, the Texas Education Agency, and the Board of Trustees of the Richardson Independent School District, I now declare each student who will be receiving a diploma to be a graduate of Berkner High School.
It is now time for the presentation of the diplomas.
Mai T. Wen.
Sophie Lay.
Dylan Cole Thompson.
Rakib Musaib Mohammed.
Kit Lee. Awab Abdelrahim.
Dana Kim Win Fan. Cindy Tan.
Ni Fung.
Christine Min Win.
Malak Abaid. Sama Abdurrahman. Marian Ahmed Abdullah. Ahmed Abdullah. Star DeWeet Abraham.
Mahir Apsar.
Adil Abu Anbar.
Yassine Abu Garbia. Lauren Adcock. Afomia Adesu. Keely Aguilar. Jesem Aguilar Salguero. Robert Aguirre. Yaman Ahmad. Ahmed Ahmed. Aiden Aikman. Brian Aiken. Asal Al-Dawaima. Dur Al-Hamami. Khadija Al-Hindawi. Nora Al-Mawiti. Ali Al-Rubay. Osama Al-Shiblak. Saba Al-Zaid. Amena Al-Zaid. Maliha Alam. Maisha Alam. Anusha Alamgir. Alexandra Aldana. Estefanos Alimayo. Ebenezer Alimu. Jason Alexander. Zahara Alami. Mariam Alami.
Ahmed Abdulalim Al-Rala.
Nada Al-Shablak. Elias Alula. Brianna Alvarez. Christopher Alvarez. Tierra Anderson. Lisbeth Angelina. Bikal Antene. Irma Antunes. Anna Araujo. Madeline Araujo. Hermela Arguez. Santiago Ariza Ganem. Simone Ariza Ganem. Santiago Andreas Ariza Ganem.
Mohammed Jawad Mason Arnaud. Kudus Johannes Aspie. John Adabon.
Chastity Avery.
Dennis Boletito Ayang Beeson. Success Iodine. Daniel Bay. Alexa Baez Martinez. Bridget Marie Bailey. Colin James Bailey. Austin Harley Baker. Simret Meles Balcha. Jacoby Cortez Baldwin. Michaela Tiara Banks. Free Banks. Jackie Bowe. Eric Anthony Barrios.
Zoe Barron.
Joanna Bernice Batiste. Jonathan Alvin Batts. Emmanuel Bekela. Ayeru Spikeli. Hildana Belena. Jared Ulysses Benitez. Junabeth Benitez. Leah Berhane. Melanie Esmeralda Bermudez. Noni Ann Bertignoli. Michaela Rianne Betty. Cincelette Biagaline.
Poon Big.
Isabella Rosemarie Binion. Ethan David Bishop. Botris Arope Bowl. Aniel Armando Bonilla. Mariah Deanne Bonilla. Herte Jefferson Bonilla Bonilla. Embria Boer Segura. Nia Braggs. Connor Wayne Brawley. Brandy Joe Briner.
Hannah Brown. Emily Hannah Bryant. Adriana Alexis Bryant. Hafsa Butra. Gerald Burgess. Michaela Simone Burrell. Anthony Bush. Jakira Butariza. Rihanna Bird. Xavier Cameron Brooks. Sheree Campbell. Indaya Cancel. How Cow. Nicholas Carranza. Brittany Carrion. Lashanae Sade Carey.
Kyle Casimir.
Alexa Castillo. Brian Alexander Castro. Milton John Catalina Jr. Houston Seedor. Caitlin Isabella Se. Foreste Centeno.
Angelica Celeste Cerrone.
Maria Natalith Serrato. Alondra Cervera. David Juan Cha. Wing Chan. Anna Victoria Chavez. Allison Chavez Mendoza.
Keyshawn Allen Dwight Christopher.
Grace Clark. Maya Ashley Cloud. Ethan Alexander Cole. Isaiah Kohler. Brooke Compion. Caleb Stewart Cook.
Trebor Sean Copeland Ricketts. Alejandro Julian Corona. Litzandy Costilla.
Jessica Craig. Amanda Michelle Crandall. Lovely Pilar Crane. Jose Fernando Crespin Rivas. Amy Cristobal. Stephen Joel Cruzalta. Annalise Rose Compton. Angel Kuna. Tram Bao Dang.
Pierce Dawson. Jason Day Jr. Jocelyn de los Santos. Dylan DeBerry. Siriam DeCunto. Keith Delavino. Sadikius Duras. Margia Dolly. Olive Dia. Brian Diaz. Martin Diaz III. Kevin Den. Jordan DeStacy. Kang Do. Bryce Drayton. Phyla Dunya. Lusambia Dunya. Bao Dong. Evelyn Duran. Josie Lay Aguia.
Omar Gassan Alashi.
Glendy Enamorado. Kimberly Escobar. Jessica Escobar. Guillermo Estrada. Jack Etheridge. Raul Evangelista. Abdullah Fadil. Aya Fettel. Suleiman Faizi. Numan Faizi. Peter Fasulo II. Joseph Faxon. Xavier Fierro. Paris Fink. Kiera Fletcher. Diego Flores. Kyla Foreman. Jaden Foster. Ruth Tiwa Fosu. Malat Frey. Maribel Franco. Quadrian Frazier. Ami Freeman. Michelle Renee Freeman. LeChadrick DeChampion Fuller. Chase Folsom.
Seth Galvan.
Edward Gandara Hernandez. Carla Garcia. Daniel Jared Garcia. Alex Garcia. Danielle Rhiannon Garcia. Jose Manuel Garcia. Taylor Nicole Garcia. Angela Garcia. Rosa Garcia. Asia Elaine Garner. Jocelyn Irene Gascon. Sabitli Gameshu. Roland George. Nahum Gebrowet. Callie Marie Gilbert. Kaylin Gilbert. Sinai Monet Gilbert. Ticia Ladanya Gillespie. Marcel Gillespie Jr. Nyla Glasper.
Bree Godfrey.
Lucas Tadell Godfrey Vieira. Alexis Gomez. Alex R. Gonzalez. Wesley Gonzalez. David Gonzalez.
Chayton Gonzalez.
Victor Manuel Gonzalez. Elton Gonzalez. Edith Gorostieta de la Sancha. Esperanza Gorostieta Lopez. Maria Grave. Jennifer Alexis Hokalani Grelner. Wei Zhuang Guan.
Haley Marie Gesford.
Royal Camden Gerganus. Victor Gutierrez. Daniel Gutierrez. Edwin Isiel Gutierrez Garcia.
Angelo Hahirwa.
Milot Hailu.
Yetunde Hamid. Adrian Honor Hamlin. Shaquinton Harrington. Yasmin Simone Harris. Tyra Hawkins. Kate Hayes. Ja'Cory Abear. Matthew Leander Heinen. Madeline Herbst. Elijah Hernandez. Giselle Hernandez. Kate Evelyn Hernandez. Luis Hernandez. Mike Hernandez Martinez. Jonathan Hernandez Olguin. Jonathan Hernandez Reyes. Cole Hill. Destiny Hill. Anj Hirwa. Teresa Tao Nak Ho. Nicholas Tyler Holt. Salman Hossein. Jenna Lynn Housley. Gage Michael Howell. Jacob Hubbard. Kayla Hundley. Mong Boy Hoop. Zhang Tan Huang. Jerry Huynh. Sarah Hune. V. Queen. Edgar Alejandro Ibarra. Ali Amari. Zahidul Islam. George the Coolest Ivosi. Kalechi Nicole Iwunze. Mohammed Jawad. Ulises Antonio Jimenez Trejo. Krish Jivnani. Alan Johnson. Dylan Johnson. Emily Elizabeth Johnson. Ezekiel James Johnson. Keith Johnson. DeMarje Maurice Jones. Deanna Jones. Fletcher Reese Jones. Megan Dawn Jones. Gabriel Jordan.
Amuki Joseph. Angel Juarez. Amal Khalil. Muhammad Khan.
June Lee Kim.
An Hoon Kin. Benjamin Kimball. Logan King. Preston Knowles.
Daniel Zacham Kapoy. Kamis Kokaji.
Nicole Ann Kramer. Alir Kuwai. Musa Kulak. David Kavasiak. Devin Lacey. Kimara Landry. Adrian Laviaga. Micah Law. Tanya Lazo. Stephen Lee. Tin Bob Lee. Kadri Lewis. William Wayne Lewis. Kalen Lee. Richard Lee. Tong Lien. Casey Lientong. Addison Lau. Alice Liu. Jocelyn Lopez Cruz. Armani Lewis. Blazon Loving. Chun Hung Laung. Zadrian Lusk. Alvin Lynch Jr. Tana Lyson. Sissy Macias. Mustafa Majid. Michaela Amanda Malik. Rashawn Mangum. Juan Manzano. Angelica Marcano. Ephraim Mara. Ivan Martinez. Romeo Martinez. Leonardo Martinez.
Elvis Martinez Cartagena. Salvador Elias Martinez Moncay. Kevin Josue Martinez Ortez. Sui Ta Lin Maui.
Sada Mahaja Habe.
Dakota Marie Maynard. Alina Hussein Mazar. Jeremy McCampbell.
Benjamin McConnell.
Jeremy Dillon McCorkle. Divine Rochelle McCrary. Hunter Michael McCurley. Joshua Michael McIntyre. Lacey Dean McPherson. Eric Mendez. Marco Antonio Mendez. Maria Guadalupe Mendoza Chavez. Cindy Yamaleth Mraz. Hermela Merso. Daniela Mesta. Charles Oak Mythe. Abraham Maragos Mike. Lance Conway Miller. Brandon Edward Mogel.
Ali Mohammed.
Ali Abdul Muhammad. Nathaniel Moncrief. Elizabeth Ann Moore. Wyatt Kenneth Moore. Cameron Austin Morris. Elijah Joshua Morrow. Tion Marcel Moy. Isabella Rosetia Muchacharo. Alexis Munoz. Cooper Will Myers. Erica Nambo. Faizun Nassa. Julio Navarro Escalante. Maribel Navarro Hernandez.
Carla Navidad. Isatu Nadur. Brooklyn Neal. Ma Bia Nay.
De Eric LeVar Newman.
Henry No. Bin Duck Walk Win. Christina Wynn. Heather Wynn. Jacqueline Lily Wynn. Jenny Wynn. Jackie Nguyen. Kevin Nguyen. Kwa Swoon Nguyen. New Nguyen.
Sean Hu Win.
Ewan Mi T. Nguyen.
Vincent Tai Win.
Vivian Vicky Nguyen. Quentin DeMarst Nolan Jr. Darius Tyler Norton. Hannah Abigail No. Amir Newman. Brian Nunez.
Labrea Nunley.
Mitzi Daniela Oaxaca. Tiola Ihunaya Oche. Alyssa Sky Oliveras. Imran Omer. Olu Ebube Onye Ibuchula. Emmanuel Oparago. Jeanette Crystal Origel. Valeria Orjuela. Maria Ortiz. Zachary Oshodi. Nejma Eunice Osman. Kimberly Palacios. Seth Logan Pangelainen. Alex Jackson Henry Park. Richard Kyle Parks Jr. Brian Andre Pavel. Jaden Joshua Payne.
Amanda Pearson.
Brooke Nicole Pearson. Ryan Andreas Pena. Olivia Isabella Perez.
Angela Perez. Annie Pham. Jenny Pham. Pauline Tran Pham. Albert Pham. Andy Huang Phan. Andy Van Phan.
Destiny Faith Phillips.
Jasmine Pineda. Hannah Pinkham. Douglas Pinto Amaya. Catherine Pinto Amaya. Braden Pokrapinski. Abina Poku. Jayshawn Polk. Joseph Ponce. Jose Ponciano Dominguez. LaDeja Poole. Kamnoy Devin Prasasuk. Joshua Prater. Juan Quintanilla. Angelo Curiz. Shiz Qureshi. Javier Ramirez. Miriam Ramirez. Camille Randall. Marion Rangel. Liseth Rangel Luna. Freddie Ray. Emmanuel Rayo. Naun Axel Rayo Alvarez. Christopher Racinos. Imani Riggins. Preston Clark Reinhardt. Alyssa Remington. Oscar Reyes. Vicky Reyes Gaona. Jonathan Rice. Yannette Richards Guerrero. Solomon Richardson. Samit Ridwan. Alexandra Rizzo. Brianna Robertson. Big Kane Noel Robinson. Kyron Robinson Woods.
Eminal de Jesus Rodriguez.
Nathan Rodriguez. Francisco Rodriguez.
Sylvester Rodriguez. Seth Rodriguez. Sabrina Anne-Marie Rodriguez. Romeo Eloy Rodriguez. Francisco Jesus Rodriguez. Leonardo Rene Rojas. Kevin Rojo. Julia Elizabeth Roldan. Leslie Ureli Romero. Sitlali Doodley Romero. Monica Ilario Romero. Maria Jose Rano. Jasmine Isabel Ruiz. Giovanni Ruiz. Lizette Ruiz Guerrero. Grace Russell. Monica Salazar. Alejandro Sanchez. Jorge Armando Sanchez. Mateo Luis Sandoval. Shakira Sandoval. Asada Noah Sano. Crystal Marie Santiago. Genevieve Alexis Santiago. Maria Eugenia Santos. Michaela Christine Santos. Ryan Sonia. Sanaya Ray Scales Smith. Paige Renee Schaefer. Mary Grace Shayo. Garrett William Smith. Michael Scriver. Ashley Grace Schutte. Abdul Karim Saeed.
Zaria Selman.
Ebenezer Fakadu Satane. Adela Ceballos.
Matthew Shear.
Dante James Shields. Mohammed Shoaib. Rebecca Short. Sofia Guadalupe Sierra Bustos. Brooklyn Elise Simmons. Kate Lizette Simon. Alec Bradley Smith. Brandon Thomas Smith. Kevin Solis. Edith Solorzano. Olawashe Shoei Mimo. Jasmine Nicole Stewart. Jacob Russell Still. Brenna Page Street. Wilson Sue. James Joseph Sullivan. Diana Malubrahan Sultan. Joseph Scott Sommerfeld. Austin Keith Summers. Caitlin Summers. Thiang Sung. Ethan Zahareth. Thomas Ray Tabera. Sonia Vanessa Tabora Pacheco. Logan Franklin Lee Talent. Rigo Tamez. Idris Tanner. Brandon Tanamkam. Jerica Danielle Taylor. Glenn Teklu. Jet Ellis Telshaw. Samuel Christopher Terrell. Huan Ian Ta. Lian Tang. Pierre Ta Tang. Talia Ciola Thomas. Clyde Thompson. Samantha Thompson. Joel Ewell Tillahan. Leslie Janet Tinoco. Andrea Torres. Heriberto Torres. Jessica Torres. Laura Torres. Peanut Tran. Ankit Sean Tran. Hui Quang Tran. Wendy Tran.
Con Lee Tran. V. Tran. Con Tuan Tran. Tran. Anthony Trujillo. Jennifer Truong. Man Hin Se. Adonai Segu. Rebecca Tucker. Tasha Tifo. Samia Turner.
And Leah Okai Twy.
Maribel Baxter. Noe Valencia. Julian Valencia. Lavelle Valentine. Haley Valle. Marco Vargas Jr.
Natalie Marie Vasquez. Rosalie Denise Vasquez Rico. Michelle Vasquez. Chastity Darlene Fields. David Humberto Velasquez. Catherine Jasmine Ventura. Natalia Arely Verastegui. Stephen Javier Victorino. Karen Villarreal. Kevin Vu. Samir Weber. Mustafa Wahidullah. Abdullah Wahidyar. Diana Cabello Waja. Jordan William Washburn. Araya Lachey Webb. Q. Wells. James Samuel Bill Winninger. Jorge Adon Werner. Kenneth Wheatley Jr. Colton Wick.
Destin Michael Williams. Horace Williams. Alicia Willis.
Leah Wilson.
Soliana Mesfin Wolditsadik. Takira Wooten. Jalen Thomas Wright. Zeelan Wu. Amaya Wyatt. Datrion Yarberry. Shazada Nadima Yassini. Sadan Yosef. Sophia Inez Young. Rihanna Abdella Yusuf. Mohammed Zaidi. Vanessa Zamaripa. Grecia Abigail Zambrano. Jun Ting Zhou. Kainat Zulfikar.
Graduates, please move your tassels from your right to your left.
Congratulations to the LV Berkner High School class of 2020.
Hi everybody, it's Chris Harrison from The Bachelor, reaching out to the graduating class of 2020 in the Richardson Independent School District. I was born and raised in the RISD. That's right, a few years ago. I graduated from Lake Highlands High School. And I just wanted to reach out, especially during this crazy time, to say congratulations. I know this hasn't been the senior year that you've been dreaming of and thinking of since you started school, but this is the senior year you got. And don't let that diminish this incredible accomplishment. You guys are all about to start a new chapter in your life. Many of you are going to head off to college, maybe join the military or start work, whatever it is. It's a fresh start in your life. And I want to wish you all the very best. Congratulations. I'm going to leave you with a little bit of advice my mom gave me. It's actually a question. What would you attempt to do if you knew you could not fail? What would you attempt to do if you knew you could not fail? Think about it. You have a fresh start in your life. Go take on the world and do amazing things. Guys, congratulations. This is for you.
What up, Richardson class of 2020? Congratulations on your graduation. You know, we all know it's a crazy year, but look at the bright side. You will go down in history as having graduated from high school in the craziest year ever. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, because you know, with all this change comes opportunity. We're going through this reset, and when we come out on the other side, you're gonna be the ones that create the world and change the world to what you want it to be. It'll be your ideas, it'll be your vision, it'll be your new companies that really make America what it was destined to be. So don't look at this as a problem, look at this as an opportunity that will allow you, a Richardson graduate, to change the world. So congratulations, class of 2020. The best is yet to come.